for the performance there by Nigerian team there. Well, even though they fought hard, it was still Ghana that scaled through. Well, just welcome you on the show. Sports update on Trust TV. Adeniyi Ajishafe. Earlier on, before that, Plateau United playing against Tunisian team there. Yes, Tunisia in that game. Well, talking about football in Nigeria, we have a lot of talent. All we need to do is to make sure everything works together, at least for us to get it right this time around. When it comes to CAF intercolor competition, Eyimba, Remo Stars, Rivers United, and we'll be waiting for the winner between Bende and Rangers for us to have our 4 teams that will be playing at the Confederation and also the CAF Champions League next season. Right now, let's start from the home scene as we talk about the Nigerian National NNL announcing a big cash reward for the teams that will be playing in the Super 8. Secretariat announced mouth-watering cash reward ahead of July 1st kickoff in Asaba. Delta State will be the place where all the 8 teams will be fighting for honors. AFCC of Abuja, Kano Pillars, Katsina United, Heartland FC will be among them. Sporting Lagos will also play, while not forgetting Abeokuta Summers, all fighting for the NPL, NNL Super 8. Not forget the FC1 Rockets among the teams there. But they've also been able to see the 4 teams that will be qualifying for the Nigerian Premier League next season. Well, right now, the Secretary of Nigerian National League announced 37 million naira as the total money that will be won by all the teams. But right now, the winner of that competition, that's Super 6 in the NNL, will go home with 25 million. The second place will get 9 million, while the top place team will go home with 3 million naira. But right now, the 8 teams are battle ready. They can't wait for July 1st to actually come around for them to fight out in Delta State over there at Tivikeshi Stadium in Asaba, where the Super 6 for women took place, and they will have Delta Queens emerging champions in Lagos, Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Eyimba International emerging victorious. Right now for the NNL, the second tier of Nigerian Football League, Kano Pillars are really trying to see how they can come quickly back to the MPL. Right now, the board has been set up by the Kano State government, and they want to see how they can be better the lots of football in Kano State. Not forgetting that EFCC of Abuja is there. FC1 Rocket will also be fighting here to see if they can make it. And Heartland and Katsina United, the 2 teams that got relegated, are also quickly want to return back to the MPL next season. It's a big one there, 37 million to be won by 3 teams, 4 second top, 25, 9, and 3 million naira there. Just to let you have a feel of what the Secretary just announced concerning that particular league, the Nigerian National League next season. Well, as we speak, the teams are battle ready, and Asaba is the place to be. Away from that story, let's talk about MPL, Nigerian Premier League. As from next season, that will be the name that it will be called. But a man that has seen it all when it comes to football, Fanny Amun. Fanny Amun calls for continuation of Abridged League. According to him, Abridged League really save costs when it comes to playing football in Nigeria, looking at the fact that most teams travel long distance to go rather for football matches against their opponent. But right now, according to Fanny Amun, is saying, well, from the way it is, it would be good if the IMC will allow this to run for the next 2 seasons. According to him, NFF should consider allowing the Abridged League to actually stay on for the next 2 seasons because it will save costs and also save lives. Aside that, it seems it's actually very interesting looking at the fact that all the teams that participated play 18 matches, and it was fantastic battle to finish, even when the Abridged League was played before the Super 6 was actually done. And it was an exciting one because 10 teams fought against one another in each group, Group A and Group B, before they finally emerged. The 3 teams from each group that fought for in the Super 6. But right now, according to Fanny Amun, it would be nice to allow this particular Abridged League to be sustained for the next 2 seasons. And we are waiting to hear from the IMC and also the Nigerian Football Federation, because right now a lot of Nigerians are beginning to clamor for this, because it seems the Abridged League really settles a lot of issues here and there, issues of long travels, and also being jet lagged that has to do with the players, insecurity, road, that's bad roads and all that. But right now, the team, there will be 10 each in each group, and the 10 will play themselves. They will play 18 matches. That was what happened last season. And if that's the light of the day, we could be seeing another set of our big league that if NFF and IMC actually deem it fit to approve the league according to Fanny Amun. That should stand for the next 2 seasons, and at least for us to see how it will go with our league. Well, let's look at what the NFL will be doing concerning that. Away from that story, let's talk about the CAF Super League. CAF Super League is another league that will be coming up, and that's a combination of African football deem it fit to organize this particular league, and they've selected teams that will be playing. Enyimba International right now will represent Nigeria in 2023 CAF Super League for the fact that they scooped the NPL first at that time that it was being called that name, and right now they represent Nigeria at the Super League. A lot of clubs, the best of the best in African football, we gather to actually fight for the CAF Super League. Well, CAF are trying to see how they can at least release more money to all the clubs that will be participating, and it's a juicy one because this amount of money is going to be in dollars. And right now, Enyimba International, the one they call Zobu Enyimba, will be among the teams that will be fighting across Africa. To let you know that they've done it before when it comes to playing the CAF Champions and winning it back-to-back for Nigeria then as 2003, 2004, and right now they want to go back there and also try their best to see if they can win it again. But this time around, it's going to be among the best of the best in Africa, and that's been tagged CAF Super League. Would they be super enough? Would they really show that they are the elephant of Nigeria or of Africa? We wait to see what Enyimba will be offering in that particular league that will be coming up later in the year. Good one for Enyimba. They really done well, despite the fact that during the season in the Abridged League, they started picking up, and before you know it, they were able to qualify for the Super 6 and also winning that particular league there. Congrats to the that's the Enyimba International team. Now, let's quickly move away from there and talk about a player who right now is edging his name among the legends in Nigeria. Let's talk about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen right now is now joined 6th on Super Eagles list of scorers after the 2 goals he scored, a brace he made for Nigeria against Sierra Leone over there in Liberia, precisely in Monrovia at the Samuel Canyon Stadium, where he scored those braces right now. But right now, we look at the fact that Victor Osimhen is really doing so well and is getting closer among the top scorer for Nigeria when it comes to playing for Nigeria in international competitions. Now, let's look at that list. We look at the top 10 so far. Well, the late Rashidi Yekini still top it with 37 goals that he scored in 58 appearances for Nigeria. And you can't take it away from the mathematical Segun Odegbami, who scored 23 goals in 46 matches for Nigeria while he was playing. Remember, he was able to win the 98 Nations Cup, the first time Nigeria win Nations Cup, alongside the likes of Christian Chukwu, the one they call the chairman, and also Emmanuel Okala. For Rashidi Yekini, he did it in 1994, alongside the likes of Daniel Amokashi, Emmanuel Amuneke. That squad was fantastic, and in fact, they moved to play at the World Cup, making Nigeria to have a record in Africa, the only African team that have been rated 5th so far by FIFA for the fact that they were able to do well in 1994. Let's go back to that list. She's talking about top scorers. We have Yakubu Ayegbeni, the one they call the Yak. He was able to score 22 goals in 57 appearances for Nigeria while he was playing. Remember Yakubu Ayegbeni, he really did well for Nigeria, and he also played so many teams over there in England. Ikechukwu Uche scored 19 goals in 46 matches for Nigeria. Obafemi Martins, what they call Obago, also had 18 goals in 48 matches for the Super Eagles. Sunday Oyerekwa, 17 in 28 appearances. We have Victor Osimhen, who has actually moved away from 15 to 17 after scoring 2 goals against Sierra Leone, and now he scored those goals in 26 matches. You see that really Osimhen will quickly edge his name in goal, because if you look at 26 matches, he has scored 17 goals, and you still have a lot of years ahead of him to play for Super Eagles, and also the chances of him beating that record is very, very open for him right now. Osimhen, 17 goals in 26 matches. Good one for the young striker, who still have a lot of years ahead of him. For Ahmed Musa, 108 matches for Super Eagles, standing there with the record of appearances for Super Eagles, 16 goals he scored. He did well against Argentina at the World Cup, and you can't take anything away from Odion Igalo. Igalo also did well for Nigeria, 37 matches, he scored 16 goals, and Samson Siasia was also able to score 15 goals in 51 appearances for Nigeria. Considering the fact that Osimhen right now in 26 matches, he can make it. If care is not taken, Osimhen could be the one to break the record of Rashidi Yekini. Rashidi Yekini has been the one holding that record for several years, since 1994. Well, that he actually did well for Nigeria at the US 95, and also, not forget, Tunisia 94. That record has been standing for late Rashidi Yekini, but Victor Osimhen is really coming, edging closer day in, day out, trying to edge his name in gold. Away from that particular story about top goal scorer for Super Eagles, let's quickly look at some results, that rather fixtures that will be coming up tonight in the European Championship qualifying fixtures. Norway, Cyprus, you have Scotland against Georgia, Bosnia and Herzegovina will be playing against Luxembourg, Iceland against Portugal, Liechtenstein against Slovakia, while Albania will face Faroe Islands, Moldova will focus on Poland, while you have Sweden, they will tackle Austria, Estonia, Belgium, and you have Bulgaria, they'll be tackling Serbia. Who wins that game between Bulgaria and Serbia? A tough one there. The two teams know themselves, and it's going to be a tough one. Norway, they have Erling Haaland, who will be to their rescue against Cyprus. Georgia against Scotland. Georgia, they have Kvaratskhelia there, the man that appeared with Victor Osimhen in the colour of Napoli. Luxembourg, Bosnia and Herzegovina, another match that you want to see, because the two teams really, they will be on par. Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, will he be scoring against Iceland? Let's go and see what he will be doing against Iceland there. The man that plays with Saudi Arabia and with Al Nassr. Slovakia, Liechtenstein, Faroe Island, Albania, and those are the matches that will be coming up tonight in the European Championship qualifying fixtures. Well, right now, let's just to let you have a feel of some basketball. By the time we return, we continue with some transfer stories.
Still 2 points, still 6,
Always very scintillating watching basketball there, the slam and dunk sports. Exciting moment there. Well, quickly, let's run through some transfer story before we wrap it up on the show. Stories flying around as teams are really trying to buy players. Let's start from Saudi champions. Al Ittihad are preparing a £51 million offer for Tottenham Son Heung-min. They want to get the South Korean player away from Tottenham Hotspur, and right now £51 million on the table. Really, Saudi Arabian League right now making a lot of statement. They want to get almost all the players in the world to that particular league. Well, Son Heung-min, £51 million. Kylie Walker in talks over extension at Manchester City, despite interest from Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has been showing interest in the defender, but they want to get him over there, the arena. But right now, it seems Manchester City want to hold him down with contract extension. Well, let's wait and see. Kylie Walker, will he be at the Etihad Stadium next season, or it will move straight to the Bayern Munich team? Marcus Rashford is on the verge of signing a new long-term contract at Manchester United. That's another big one there. Let's see what he'll be doing. Will he stay or will he continue to move away? Arsenal gives midfielder Thomas Partey permission to discuss transfer to Saudi Pro League. Well, let's see what's going to happen concerning this man. Arsenal right now giving Thomas Partey the chance to talk to clubs over there in Saudi Pro League. They want to also buy him to join them over there in Saudi Arabia. And the last one says PSG are close to not appointing a former Spain manager, Luis Enrique, as new boss. They've been talking with so many coaches, but right now it seems Enrique is fitting it concerning PSG's vision, and they could sign the Spaniard to be their new coach there. Luis Enrique, let's see what will be happening between himself and PSG right now. That will be it on Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.